There's so much good stuff, y'all. I mean, check it out. Oh, another one. And this one's black. Just came in right now to the thrift store. Make some sort of move. Because you don't see that every day. Here. Alright, we're gonna have to see what he wants for all this stuff. Because I want to make a move on all of it. 1990, but it's June. Alright, y'all, well, purchases have been made. $270 later. And we got the toys. We got the toys, guys. Check it out. So we're gonna go through each box and kind of just dig through and see what we got and separate them into various flat boxes by toy line. And ultimately, we're gonna try to resell these sons of guns on various places such as eBay and our antique booth, which is probably where this Shogun Warrior is going to go. He's got a little taped on piece there, which is good for us because we can tape that on later when we put that in our antique booth. But we did, I pulled up a couple sold comps here just to get an idea of on eBay what they're kind of going for. And as you can see, that one there is like $200 and something, you know, $200 around, and you know, I paid $270 for everything. So I think in the booth, if we ask $200, we have to, you know, it's pretty besides the obvious, it's pretty complete. And when I say complete, I never get these things. All right, so this is as complete as I've ever seen one. So we'll put that there for now and dig in to our first bin here. There's so much good stuff, y'all. I mean, check it out. I can't wait to just see what's in each box. Transformers, heavy in this one. And 90s, but, you know, for this Star Wars stuff here. But that stuff kind of sells in our booth like hotcakes. And when I say booth, I mean our antique booth. We sell at, we're one of the many vendors, about 80 vendors in antique booth in Connecticut. And yeah, we do pretty well up there with this vintage stuff. So not really sure if I recognize this piece here. So we'll put it in the, I guess we have to make an unknown box. This might be the unknown box for now because I know we have a lot of Dino Riders here. A lot of the Tyco Dino Riders. I've never seen a lot of these toys, y'all. I'm like, these days you don't really get these kind of deals too often. And let me tell you how I actually came upon this deal. So it's been a couple weeks since I've been thrifting and hunting for stuff because I actually just got married the other day. Congratulations to myself and my wife, right? No, but and I stopped at this thrift store that I call a honey hole. They always get amazing stuff. And they don't really look much up. They look up a few things, but they don't look up everything, and they have great prices. So I went there as soon as they opened today, and he said he just cleared out a storage unit. And all these boxes were in there, as well as some vinyl records, which he said might have been sold, but if not, I have second dibs on those tomorrow. But I'm just happy I found these, because if you all saw the other video at the thrift store, I recorded that just before another, I don't know if he was a reseller or another person came up and was asking about these, and I told him, yep, I'm buying them all if the price is right. So he's obviously, you know, a friendly gentleman, and I told him you're free to look at them obviously if you want, and he was having a blast just getting nostalgic about this kind of stuff. So we're gonna have to piece all this together, all this Dino Riders stuff. But I mean, I'm just seeing this for the first time. I call this processing, and y'all are just getting this on camera right now. So I'm gonna try to keep all the figures separate than the accessories. And once I'm kind of seeing which ones are worth selling on eBay versus the antique booth, we'll figure out which accessories go with which. Some random pieces, and that's the other thing too. I could have bought another box of vintage Star Wars stuff, but it was 90s, sort of like Millennium Falcon kind of stuff. Like, I mean, this looks kind of like what I'm talking about, like just junk from the 90s. So I passed on that box, but I think I did all right otherwise, because there was a few other boxes of like Hess and various stuff that doesn't very much sell well for me. So when it comes to stuff that sells well on eBay, it's the vintage stuff, vintage accessories that people always lose and forget about where the heck they were. Very cool little piece there. I should zoom in a little bit, so, because yeah, you don't see this kind of stuff every day. Maybe I'll zoom back out. All right, what else we got? Various figures. There's going to be some cleaning involved here. Definitely some cleaning involved. It's kind of unfortunate reality of resale. But yeah, we have a lot more to go through. I'm just going to take my time processing this lot, as I kind of always do. Except now I'm going to be documenting it for sort of the first time. Neat junk, y'all. That's what I'm saying. It's a new era for neat junk. Got my dog tip-tapping over there, Beans, going crazy, looking for her mom, my wife. Look at like this little pile of Dino Riders we have so far. I've never seen so many in my life. But that's a cool figure. If I could just get him to focus. I'm just working through my camera here. Every time I press the focus button, it kind of just like completely messes up on me. I'm gonna have to figure that out later, but anyway, we're still going through this lot. It's gonna take a long time, but I hope you're in for it. Like, lately I've been watching a lot of the YouTube channel Toy Federation. If you're a toy nut, such as I am, I mean, I'm not a big toy nut, but I do enjoy my occasional nostalgic finds. The rest looks like more Dino Rider stuff. A little poopy. I'm gonna have to clean this stuff up. Alright, we'll move on. Put that next to that. So before I just cut myself off there, I was just talking about my mini collection of figures here. It's ever revolving sort of door of action figures on my shelf. Some on eBay, but most are the personal collection, such as the Leonard corpse. Just a quick shout out to my Leonard corpse here. So, I mean, I don't think any of the figures I have on the shelf are the originals from back when I played with them back in the day, but those were my G.I. Joes. I might have one or two G.I. Joes on the shelf here, but and usually see how there's the VHS there. I usually have this lined with either some sort of nostalgic stuff that's listed on eBay, but all of it has sold in the last week, and I gotta put some more stuff on that shelf. But quickly, we're gonna look at this bootleg shelf. All bootleg stuff. I've collected over the years of selling on eBay the last couple of years, including that, which is a whole different story, all those Pokemon cards. So I mean, that's my personal collection for you, a little slice of it, but we'll get back into the main thing here. I just got completely sidetracked just to show you guys that I'm not a complete total scumbag reseller. I do have good intentions here. Alright, so random action figure box number 1, and then we got all these freaking goodies. We might want to just keep this all together because it is kind of in its own little world here, but we will quickly go through what at least action figures are in here. Nothing of value, right? I don't know. You tell me. I'm quickly going through these lots and everything and just seeing what we got here to work with. I mean, I see Jurassic Park, JP. And I see a lot of accessories, which I've been known to sell over the years. I'm not sure which lines they go to, but we're going to keep that all together for now and move on. I'm so happy y'all are here to process this with me. I noticed in here when I was buying the purchase, the lot, there were some homies in here, and I was just telling my friend Matt that, because he had listed some on eBay, and I wished him good luck on them, because honestly, if he didn't have any takers, I might have bought his, but now I have some to put on my shelf, because honestly, I'll put them up here for now, because I know they'll be going in the personal collection, because I used to love those things. Why don't we dig into the turtles? I have a whole bunch of turtle stuff to get to, so might as well make it happen here. We'll make it its own box. So obviously I'm looking for scratch. I've actually sold that figure before, the $1,000 action figure. And yeah, that was a quick sale on eBay. Another thrift store find from right down the street, believe it or not. And this was similar. It's just like very close down the street, where I have to go back tomorrow and see if because he said he might have another box of stuff. Oh, that's cool. I don't see him every day. I'm not sure what that one's name is, but hopefully those are worth something. That's what I always say, because I'm not much of a turtles collector, as y'all can see, as much as I appreciate these guys. I really like them. I actually did grow up with playing with a few of these, but Shredder, what's his name, guys? Splinter, Shredder, I forget. I had him back in the day, and he was always one of my favorites. We're just going through this box, seeing what else is in here. Very cool. And a bunch more accessories, which if we have anything that's rare, I always love selling rare accessories online. A lot in the rest of it if need be, but we'll keep that with the turtles there and move on. I thought this piece was cool here. Actually, honestly, this feels full, and I'm scared, because if that's full of cookies, we have problems. We might have problems. That's kind of disgusting. I guess, how do I open it to find out? We have to find out on camera right now. This might be a mistake. All right, hold up. Okay, awesome. It's not just cookies, y'all. Inside of this Ninja Turtles cookies container, which I was desperately hoping it wasn't cookies, because that would be disgusting, we have Battle Beasts. So we're gonna empty them into their own little container here and make a little lot of them, maybe, or put them in their antique booth or eBay, depending on what it's looking like. We might have some rare ones. So. All right. You don't see these every day, but I have seen them before, which is why I knew what they were. I did not grow up with these. But I've sold such beasts before. That one looks, some of them look really weird. Like, what the hell happened to this one? You know, I love the pig and rooster, and yeah, that's a cool little lot there. And who would have thought? Who would have thought it came out of this Ninja Turtles container, which we're gonna gently put back there for now. All right, what else we got? We have some Nintendo stuff coming up here, but first we're gonna get to this. What the hell is this guy's name again? Nickelodeon figure. So is that a Ninja Turtles figure? Buzz Off. Should I look that one up real quick? We're gonna look this one up real quick on eBay and see what it's going for. Buzz Off, 1990. His name is probably not Buzz Off, right? If that's not bringing anything up. All right. What the heck is it? Killer Bee. Pretty interesting. So it's more like a vehicle then. So, I mean, I'm not, that's actually the sold listings there. So I'm actually looking at the sold. So if we go to our little accessory box, we might be able to find that extra stuff. Interesting. So, all right. Well, now y'all know. I think that's pretty cool. We're going to put him in the Turtles box for now and move on. I thought, you know, actually, this is what sold me on the lot. Not this, but these 3 figures right here. And we'll put them right in our listing zone just for extra emphasis on these right here. Because, y'all, I was watching a Cincinnati Picker video the other day. If y'all pay attention to those garage sailing type of YouTube channels, which I occasionally tune into. He picked up some of these and I had never seen them before, and I'm thinking how cool would it be to find some, and here they are. Beautiful. Needs a little cleaning. You could definitely feel that 80s gunk on there, but you know these will clean up nice. Actually, I could tell you these will clean up nice as a fool who's cleaned many a toy in my life. What year we got on these? 1988. And I looked these up on the way home, and these are some sort of, well, you tell me in the comments. I think they're like a trophy thing, but very, very cool stuff there. Another random, I don't think it's valuable, but it could be. We'll look it up later. Somebody has sold some similar things for some money. Another interesting little Ninja Turtles. Look at how dirty my hands are getting already, y'all. That's crazy. I'm not even going to look this one up. I'm just going to assume it's Ninja Turtles and it goes in this box, and it could be something. But I like it. We might go through these Matchbox. I don't know. I'll quickly open them up just to show you that there are vintage Matchbox inside. And who knows if there's a red line or two in here. I mean, wouldn't that be nice? Like, you all know what I'm talking about? I think the deeper you go, the better chance you have, right? I'm not seeing any definite red lines, but y'all, you know I'll be looking each one up basically. And at least the case is pretty nice, and maybe the case can sell in the booth as well. Another box of Matchbox, various old cars. who knows how old, and who knows if there's any gems in there. But I'm not going to open up those in this video. It's maybe a different video. Actually, let me know if y'all want to go through those someday. But we'll keep digging in here. More homies. Love to see it. I'm going to keep a lot of those. Maybe sell a few, but I've been looking for the homies, to be honest with you, to at least start a collection and see how I feel about it. Some interesting stuff in there. Looks like a Batman type of thing. I used to love these freaking weird things. This one's really weird. This one might go on the shelf. I have a feeling I'll list it and find out, oh, it's worth like 15 bucks or something like that. Who knows? I mean, but I will definitely list stuff like that. Oh, we have the match. We have the match. We have the match. All right. Maybe sell those as a pair in the antique booth. Ninja Turtles cards. That's always cool. Don't see those every day. More homies. More homies and stuff. Another Ninja Turtles figure. Princess Peach. Not sure what she's from, but there she is. She might go on the Nintendo shelf somewhere, right? Right. Maybe I already have a Peach. This one's question mark. I'll put it in there. I have a lot more boxes than I probably need, but we do have a whole bunch more to go through, y'all. I mean, so yeah, I'm probably gonna stop with this box here. Little micro machine there. And move on to this one. I'll have to make a whole Star Wars section. These flat boxes there. Metals. Let me know what y'all think. What would y'all have paid for this so far? I mean, what is this? Jeez. Neat junk, you know what I'm saying? That's what that is. Put that in the mystery box there. It's all mystery stuff that I'm gonna have to look up later. Or just various stuff that doesn't have a necessarily big part of this collection. I think we have him in the antique booth currently. And this is where I get really uneducated sounding. Looking at the Transformers and stuff. I don't even know if we're gonna be looking at Transformers, GoBots. Y'all are gonna have to educate me as we're going here. But y'all are getting like a POV processing of just the hell goes through my head as we get in lots such as this. Lately I've been inspired to film such lots. That looks familiar, but we'll figure that one out later. Make another box for sort of like the mysteries and broken stuff. More Star Wars. Like I said, I passed on a bunch of the Star Wars stuff that he had. There was not a bunch, it was actually like 3 Star Wars pieces, but it felt like a bunch because it was a whole box. That's weird stuff. eBay listed over there. eBay listed over there, and it's all downstairs too, and upstairs it's all over my life. eBay listed stuff. That looks, I mean, it's probably Transformers, right? We're trying to get the date here. Yep. Some of this feels sticky. Yeah, we're gonna have to wash my hands real quick because that's disgusting. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Yeah, there was a melted sort of, I guess I'll show you. I threw it out because I saw it in there and I felt it as I was opening the box. Threw this son of a gun out. You see him in there, that Ewok or whatever his name is? That's a melted can or popsicle. lollipop. And yeah, that thing sort of dripped on to another thing or two. Hopefully that's all we're gonna feel of that, because that was disgusting. But y'all, it's evening time at this point. We're chilling. We're drinking a little wine. Cheers to that. We got more Mario. Love to see it. Love to see it. So I think a lot of this is G1 Transformers. If not G1 close enough, right? What am I seeing? What am I processing here? It's been a while since I've had Transformers like this at a good deal, because basically, as we were making the deal, the gentleman, I call him a honey hole, he was basically saying, these ones I gotta, he usually does estate sales and stuff, and he gives me amazing deals. I mean, don't get me wrong, but he was like, these ones I gotta charge you up a little bit. I gotta do like, $50 a box, $20 a box, this and that. And I'm thinking, that's a good deal for me. He did charge $50 in his head on the Shogun Warrior, but like I was saying, in the antique booth, I'm thinking that's a $150 piece at least. So I just want good stuff in there, and that's definitely qualifies. So Transformers nuts, definitely hit me up in the comments and tell me how you feel about me handling these right now, because I feel like a Transformers noob in a lot of ways. Even though, you know what, it's probably been about 3 years since I've had a lot like this, where it's just a chunky, good lot of Transformers. People always think people always actually know what they have at these garage sales. And now that I'm thinking about it, there's an odd man out here. It's fun to see, though. We'll put him in the Battle Beast. I know I think he's a Dungeons and Dragons figure, but cool stuff. Do you have any dates that are obvious on this? I like the stickers, though. They're all basically all there, as far as I know. Like I've ever seen that figure before. I'm liking the condition, though. So definitely pulled parts of that and put it in the file. Not seeing any dates on that one either yet. I like how small it is, because that means people lose it often. That means it might be worth a little something. I'm thinking that's a Dino Rider. Just a thought. And this guy, you know what? Wow. So I have him up here somewhere, actually. I might have to replace him with this, because, yeah. I said I didn't collect any turtles. I was actually lying. What do you think? Should I replace it? That one's a lot looser. I could just throw him in the antique booth and put this one up there. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. So we'll put that on the shelf for later, such as these N64 games I got the other day, and Cape Cod at a pawn shop. Gonna have to test those and then put them in my Game Eye app and consider them collected. But let's continue on. I do collect a little bit. I try to resell for a living, so that's honestly, and when I say try, I am reselling for a living. Wow. A whole nother one. And this one's black. Have I seen the black one before? I don't know. And Turtles box there. More weird stuff, y'all. Neat junk, as I call it here on this channel. Usually I do vinyl record hauls, skateboarding videos. I haven't done a toy haul in a while because, like I was saying, you just don't get this kind of stuff that much more often these days. Do you get what I'm saying? Cool stuff. So these whole little boxes, I'm gonna try to maybe leave them in here to try to just keep them in this world. But yo, I love it. That's a cool one. Man. Y'all are seeing this for the first time, just like I am. Made in Macau. I mean, I bought this mostly blind, thinking, okay, I kind of went through it quickly knowing I've sold such things before. I know there's money here. I know in my heart that at 270 you really can't go wrong, and I'm thinking we did okay. Let me know how you feel about how I'm handling these. I mean, I'm trying to be gentle, but there's just so much because I'm trying to make this video like somewhat manageable to watch and not a complete headache. It's not a transformer, but for keeping it in the box. And like I was saying, these could be GoBots, these could be whatever's. I don't really know until I look them up on eBay, which I just did for that Ninja Turtles thing. Usually I'm using my phone. But let me know if y'all see anything in this little box that is just crazy valuable. It's fun to go through. As someone who grew up in the 90s, these were before my time, but I can appreciate the art, the artistry. We'll do the same thing here. Oh man, that's cool. Wow. Space Gun. Might be a keeper. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely vintage, I'll tell you that. That's awesome. Is this Micronauts we're looking at now? Man, there's just so many in here. Especially ones that I've never seen. I don't even know how to get them out of here. See how dirty I just washed my hands a second ago, I swear. But that's how you know these things are not processed. Just straight from the toy box. Okay, putting that in the Transformers box. Because that looks familiar. I know there's a lot of Transformers in here, but what the heck, man? What the heck is that? That's awesome. Just throwing it around. Very cool. It's dirty at the bottom there, but tell me what I'm like just completely blanking on here, because that's a lot of robots. Oh man, so we've processed all these basically so far, at least mentally. At least I know what I kind of got, and I'm thinking we did pretty good. And when it came down to this box, he was like, I gotta have $100, and I thought, honestly, man, it's the biggest box we got here, and I sell a lot of 90s Star Wars in the antique booth, so I got no problem with that. I made it sound like I had a problem. I haggled for a second. I asked for $250 for everything, but then I thought about it and yeah. So we'll put some in this box as I process, but definitely probably not worth anything. But we're gonna go through it anyway because it's fun to look at, right? You never know what you're gonna get. I have a feeling that one's been opened, and you can tell it's Darth Maul. Is that right? Is that, yep. That's Darth Maul. So many. I've sold this before. It's definitely not a valuable thing. You think Boba Fett, whatever. Anytime you got the word collector, it's just like the price in my head immediately goes down. Not even in my head, but in reality. Obi-Wan. Title droid. Never seen this before. That's cool. Naboo pistol. So that's cool too. It's not just figures we got watches and such. It's like Christmas morning, right? You never know what's next. As I was saying, I mean, we sell full-time on eBay, but I wouldn't really suggest buying, 1998 Star Wars figures to sell on eBay. But if you have an antique booth, or if you have some wall space, you might be in business. And I was honestly hoping, okay, maybe at the bottom of the box, because I didn't go through the box really. I kind of just briefly opened it. I was thinking maybe at the bottom there might be some older stuff, but it looks like classic 90s special. Would y'all pay $100 for this box? I mean, it doesn't stop. That's the bonus. It just keeps going and going. But y'all know if y'all reselling toys and stuff, you basically have to watch out for 90s Star Wars stuff. It's a tough sell. It's a tough sell. It can be, at least. But you got the right figures in the antique booth, like I said. Darth Vader will sell all day long. I don't care what year he's made in. Chewbacca will sell all day long. It's just that you got like battle droids. No one, I mean, the big fans are gonna, yes, love to see it there, but casual collectors aren't going for the battle droid. I guarantee you that. Yeah, another battle droid. Surprise, surprise. Are you surprised? What's this year? 2002. So that's even stuff that we probably won't even put in the antique booth because it's vintage, but it's like, is it really? I hope y'all are here for this because we're just meticulously going through it here. We're gonna keep it easy on ourselves, and once this box is loaded up here, we'll just continue to load the box it's already in. Don't even remember that one. I've seen some of the Star Wars that I've seen, especially when they, like, episode 1 came out and such, but honestly, there's a reason why these are all going to be for sale. It's because I'm not a big Star Wars nut. I know people like their Fets, people like their Jangos and their Bobas. Alright, so now we're going to try to keep it clean in here. Nicto. Unfamiliar. Zam Wesson. 2001. Oh, man. It's hard to manage. There's just so many figures. Shock T. There's so many figures. Django Fett. I mean, I'm having trouble actually now. Managing the amount. This was the one box I was like, oh man, I really don't want to pay $100. But especially because his prices are always amazing, and today they were a little higher because I think he probably paid up a little bit for all this stuff. But I'm really not complaining, y'all. I like him. I like that one. There's just so many variations. Like, don't we have Jar Jar Binks already? How many Jar Jar Binks do we need? I guess if you're a collector, you probably just need them all, though, right? Like, we're trying to organize this into reality here. So, do you watch any other like toy YouTube channels and stuff? Because it's been a thing lately, like the last couple of years that I've been getting into. Usually it's like video games or toys or reselling. Some of those channels are insane, what they find. But yo, it's out there. Like I was gonna say, like I wasn't even thinking about going to this thrift store today. I was thinking I was just gonna sit at home and keep listing my regular stuff on eBay, but I'm happy I went. Dexter, Jaster. I like that one. You know, if only we could keep everything we find, right? Resellers know the problem. Resellers know the issue. It's not an issue, it's just, it is what it is. You just buy a lot of stuff. And I want to find a home for it. Pretty fun to go through. It's like I said, like Christmas morning. Like imagine if you were a kid and you woke up to all this freaking junk everywhere. You know? Alright, we're coming up to our last couple of figures here. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching this thrilling episode of Neat Junk. It's been a different kind of vibe today, but as Orrin Free Ta once said, peace out, y'all. Neat Junk. Howdy y'all, welcome back to Neat Junk. Today I was just processing a couple toys here to determine which ones are going to be for eBay and which ones are going to be for the antique booth. And I was filming a video of the haul last night, came across this guy and I thought, a black shredder, you know, totally all black, no purple, that's interesting. So as I'm doing my research here, the quick research to determine which figures go in the booth versus eBay, I figured I'll look them up one by one. And here we go. We have some sold comps up on the screen here. Obviously that's more complete there. And this one's incomplete. My computer is completely frozen. But y'all get the idea, right? So we're somewhere in between a $600 figure and a $200 figure is what I'm guessing. And yeah, I bought this whole lot of toys for $270. So I'm thinking we did okay, considering we'll make all our money back with this one figure here. We still have so much to go through. And Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching this episode of Neat Junk and checking out this Chef Boyardee Super Shredder from 1991. Neat Junk, y'all. Peace. Well, I'm back, and we bought some more stuff.
All these toys out of there.
I hear you. That's, I mean, it's lots of work with, so. I didn't, oh, no, I didn't, like, open them up. No, but,
Swords over here.
I didn't see them, no.
An epi. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I'll look around one more time, but I'm just loading this up, and I'm happy. So. All right, y'all. Well, we're back for day 2 of another exciting find here. What the heck, y'all? So I came back to the thrift store on day 2, and as promised, the thrift store owner said there would be more toys, so you better come back, and he wasn't wrong. And I also bought a few more things from the gentleman, such as a few Godzilla figures, which I'll just toss back in there. And this Aliens shirt, which I didn't think that was an official thing, but turns out this is a real type of shirt, and people are asking crazy money on eBay right now. Not sure if I'll get that, but just wanted to show you that because I thought it was cool. And quickly just go through the Dino Riders stuff that we picked up today. Some of it obviously is not Dino Riders. But he might be. So we're gonna have to go through this box later and see what goes with what. I also got a bunch of vinyl records, some Beatles in there as well. Which that'll be another video. If y'all are into records, definitely check out the channel. We have a few of those types of videos. But, yeah, fragile pieces here, very fragile, but pieces nonetheless. It all adds up. It all adds up, as you know, if you're a reseller. So we're gonna go through this all. Most of this is going to be on eBay. We might put a few of these in the antique booth, but for the most part, I'm not thinking Dino Riders is the most popular thing ever. I talked to another guy at the thrift store who was there yesterday as well. We both came back. He got some ephemera. I was feeling like, okay, at least he won something, because I definitely know he was kind of jealous yesterday when I got all the other toys. But that being said, another episode of Neat Junk. And once again, I mean, I don't know if I said this, but you put yourself out there, and y'all are going to find the deals. I mean, I usually, like I said, I go thrifting, I go antique boothing, I go flea market hunting, I go grave watching, I go skateboarding very often. And the more you put yourself out there, the better chance you'll have to find the stuff. And if you're a good person, make relationships with the guy such as the thrift store owner. I mean, I don't know if he would have, told me about all this stuff or given me such a deal if I hadn't built that relationship and, shown up with cash and paid what he asks. So anyway, y'all, Neat Junk. I'm gonna go through these records, and if y'all want to check that out, definitely, check that out. All right, y'all. Peace.
right, y'all. Well, I had to do one more little update because it just looks so pretty. We've mostly processed a lot of the Dino Riders, and as you can see, we've got them sort of labeled with how much we could expect to get on eBay for each figure or set. And I went through and did my due diligence and just saw which ones were complete, not complete. I mean, none of them are really complete. There's going to be a missing piece here or there, but to see them all with a lot of the accessories, you don't see it that often, which is why we have these expected sort of price tags on each of them. This one's really cool. I just kind of have the accessories loosely on them as well, so some of them are just kind of jankily put on, such as these extra accessories I have on here, but we have a more or less complete one here, Kentrosaurus. And yeah, I really was not familiar with the value of these before going into this purchase, and definitely happy with the purchase that was made, because yeah, I mean, I spent about, basically, if you consider all the, as he called it, dinosaur stuff, which I did too. He said $20, another $40, so that's $60. And so far we've processed all of them. As you can see, there's some loose ends here, but yeah, still some of these to list. I mean, I'm still in the process of listing. Like, I'm still almost done listing the Brontosaurus parts and figures. It's crazy. Like this right here, these three guys, one of them recently sold for $75 from what I'm seeing, and I'm thinking I list them all for $200. And it's not that crazy or far-fetched, because I've already sold pieces in here, such as, they're all listed, by the way, the ones I've processed, but I'm trying to find the big piece. Actually, you know what, there's a big piece downstairs. You'll see it in the video. It's like the T-Rex sort of main head, or I guess a harness or something. That sold for $120. We sold this little piece right here for $100 by itself. I mean, so that's got to ship out on Monday morning. It's Sunday today. I'm going to try to process all of these by the end of the day and hopefully get everything listed so they can get into collectors' hands. And yeah, it's been a fun episode. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's time to get to work. I actually love to say it, don't get me wrong. I'm very excited to get listing. All right, y'all, neat junk.